Blessings, blessings, blessings. Good evening to everyone. Good evening, my Truth Be Told TV family. Good morning to those around the world. Good afternoon, good night, but good evening to the ones that are here. Shout out to everybody in the comment section. I ask that you all hit the like button, comment, share, and sub to the channel, please. Also, shout out to the moderators. Shout out to the family on the panel. Also, the family will be dropping a link. The StreamYard link, if you all would like to come up to speak, you all can, but it's going to be a little different when you come up here and speak. So for the ones that are not the usuals that come up and speak, it's going to be a little different. But however, once again, when you come in, please hit that like button, comment, share, and sub to the channel. All righty, and I would like to thank you all for tuning in. So, okay, I'm going to bring my family up. So, Mr.'s not in right now, but however, Mr. Bass, where you at, love?
Peace and blessings, boss lady. How you doing?
I'm blessed. How you doing, Mr. Bass?
I'm doing much better, much better.
All right, I am too. Better than what I was last night.
Yes, indeed. I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. Hit the like button, subscribe, share, comment, and hit the bell icon so you'll know when we go live. We're really honored to have you here with us, and we hope you enjoyed the show as much as we enjoyed putting it together for you. Peace and blessings.
Blessings. Thank you so much, Mr. Bass. Okay. Also, y'all already know I got my girl Tips Love too. Boo, where you at? Because you already know where we at. She's at. Where you at, Tips?
I'm right here with you. Hi, boss lady. You sound better than yesterday, girl. I snuck in that clubhouse.
Girl.
I heard you sounding like a grown ass nigga. I
left. Girl, no Tips. You should have heard me last night.
Girl, I did. That's what I told you. I snuck in there yesterday evening.
Girl,
late night, and you sound like a whole nigga up in there. I said, I don't know, we going on tomorrow.
Yes, but however, it's like the attack, like you know, I got bronchitis and asthma, so you already know it'll be like the night air for me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hoping and praying that I push on through. I've been dropping out. I've been drinking plenty of water. Drinking plenty of water. Taking dope. Well, not dope, but look, all the drugs.
I ain't got time for you, but you sound much better, girl. I ain't know what you said.
Yes, girl, yes. Praise God. God be the glory, girl, because I got to push, honey. I have to push, boo.
Come through.
Okay, push.
Do it, he will do it.
Okay, I have to push, girl, because I get the now my ribs and stuff sore due to me coughing so much and gagging, coughing and gagging, but I'm good. I've been I ain't been drinking hepatitis. Mr. Bass do the hepatitis. I just been I was off work, baby. But I had to drop me a few shots. I relax me, okay?
I'm glad you sound better.
Praise God. So what's been up with you? How was your day today, girl?
It was good. Ventful. It was good. It's fall break is over.
Girl, I know, right? That little week went by quick, didn't it?
They need to go to school. I don't know what you're talking about. Quick. We never had no fall break, girl, until I got in college. I don't know what's this fall break.
Girl, look, they got so many breaks now in school, honey. It's a shame, but it's good though, honey, because they
Like,
already
take your kids back.
look, girl. They ain't doing shit but indoctrinating them. So, it's good.
Nah, these little kids more woke than they are.
Okay. Shout out to all my moderators. Well, just shout out to V. Blessings, baby. Blessings, V. Blessings, V. Blessings, V. Shout out to Mr. Bass in the comment section. Okay, so if anyone would like to come up, once we get off into the show, you all are welcome to hit the StreamYard link to come up on the panel. However, if you're not the usual that be on the panel, I'm gonna third degree you to see, because they playing a whole lot of games out here. We got people coming on the panel recording us and shit. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I did see that. I don't know, man.
yes, girl, like motherfuckers coming out on the panel recording us, and I'm like, wait a minute, so we doing all this here, so okay. All right, then. So we got my boy Mister in the building. What's up, Mister? Hey, what's up, Mister? What's good, love? You're on mute, Mister.
Hey.
Hey, what's good?
I'm sorry, man. It was update. I had to wait till it was finished before I can get up in here. But did I hear you right? Laptop was up and updating. It did an update while I was at work and it hadn't finished. So
your computer?
Yes, yeah.
All right, you good? We'll be in here.
Did I hear you right? You said somebody been recording us?
Yeah, we got recorded when we was up here. We let somebody come up here on the panel, baby. They recorded us. God, like, man, God don't let that sneak up on me. Come on now. I was tagged in it. So I just go to the little subs. I went in the studio and I go to the little subs. And I be going.
I think I seen it. I think I know what you're talking about.
I be going and I be responding to people when they, leave comments or whatever. I'm sorry, y'all, all this coughing, but like when people come in and they leave comments, I try to, respond to everybody, and right. And it was at Truth Be Told TV, and I went and checked it out, and I'm like, but thank you. Hey, we ain't mad.
Oh, I mean, it's good publicity.
Oh, okay.
If it's who I think it is, I don't think it was no harm meant by it.
Yeah, no, it was no harm meant. I just, let me know what you're doing. I don't like sneaky shit.
Right, yeah.
I don't rock like that, period. Because I ain't trying to be on everybody's panel. Neither I know y'all ain't. So we're not trying to.
If you come back over,
I know there's no harm, but still, it's just the fact of the matter. You did it instead of being like, well, I am such, and I'm gonna be recording. Why, give me the. We ain't trying to be on everybody's panel.
Well, I just came by to say hello and drop a little knowledge on you and.
Excuse me. Yeah. Because, baby, I know some of them over there in that community too. Baby, it's a hot mess.
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about.
Uh-huh. They get voodoo slung on them and everything. Not to mention some bloggers, but one incarcerated. They get hoodoo put on them. They losing their mind. All types of stuff going on. We ain't trying to be a part of that. Look, we are highly conscious over here, but we are not a part of the conscious community, okay?
Yeah, but not in the tailpipe.
Okay. Hey, we just Truth Be Told, we stand alone. Right. Capital A, capital L, capital O, capital N, capital E. We are loners over here, okay?
Right.
So, Shout out to everybody in the comment section. Blessings to you all. Blessings to you all. We got Parch in the house. Shout out to Parch. Shout out to Kish in the house. Shout out to Louisa. Blessing Louisa. Blessings, blessings, blessings. So yeah, y'all. We about to get this party started right.
Let's do this.
All righty. So,
All right.
Mr. Bass, let's go. We 12 minutes in, babe.
Welcome to LFN News, a production of LFN Media, bringing you the latest in celebrity news, with specific analysis to keep you in the know of what is going on around you. Rkelly's former crisis manager, Daryl Johnson, who has since faced multiple allegations of fraud and theft across the country, is now facing new allegations against him. Daryl Johnson served as Rkelly's crisis manager for a little over 7 months, also acting as a spokesperson for the R&B king in the wake of the fresh allegations against him stemming from Lifetime's infamous Surviving Rkelly documentary series, and later resigned from his position in July 2019 citing personal reasons. It is also believed that Daryl Johnson swindled Rkelly of millions during the time he pretended to be working for him. He had kept a lower profile since his resignation but made waves in 2020 when he was spotted with the fallen from grace attorney, Michael Avenatti, who was convicted by a Manhattan federal jury in February of wire fraud and aggravated identity theft. Spotting them together raised everyone's eyebrows since they were at a point supposedly on opposite sides at the peak of Rkelly's allegations. A DC man is now accusing Rkelly's former crisis manager of theft after the former publicist allegedly scammed him out of thousands of dollars. The fresh allegations against him say he stole over $70,000 from the alleged victim. In an interview with Jacqueline Matter of Fox 5, the alleged victim says he's lost over $70,000 and is now left with nothing but empty promises, after his neighbor and namesake offered to help him get his money back from a bad business dealing. It was like fear almost, like really? I'm in something that I never thought I would be in, the alleged victim, Markel Johnson, explained. Markel is a 26-year-old up-and-coming restaurateur and businessman in D.C. He says he is also the latest victim of Daryl Johnson, a crisis intervention manager and former publicist for Rkelly and other top celebrities, who is accused of stealing millions of dollars from people across the country, including Rkelly. He's my neighbor. Like, how could he live with me and then scam me and still walk past me every day? Markel wondered. Markel claims that he first reached out to Daryl after a partner defaulted on a loan and he assured him that was his area of expertise. He says, "Oh, that's me. This is like my expertise." He said, "I'm effective. I can do this within a month or so," Markel explained. Markel says within days, Daryl was already asking him for money to pay for attorneys, debt collectors, and even help from the U.S. Marshals Service. According to Markel, Daryl's original fee that he had requested for was $15,000, but then, he allegedly always had to pay for something different every other day, which started getting him worried. "There is a time I had to pay someone $3,000. I actually have no idea what that person was paid for," Markel explained. Several months later and Markel is now out more than $70,000 with nothing to show for it. "He had promised me that he was going to be able to help me recoup this debt that was lost. But now I am just grappling with ways to make ends meet," Markel lamented. "It's been burdensome to be in this struggling position. We're now really down to the wire of like, can we do this? Can we not do this?" He further explained, narrating their current troubles in his business. "Then of course it bleeds into personal side of like, we can't do things that we have maybe planned for my family because these funds came from everything," he continued. Markel hopes that by sharing his story, at least others won't fall victim to this scam artist, as he fears he will not stop if he is not deliberately stopped. "He's not going to stop. I'm hoping this brings the exposure to him so he can be stopped. This is ongoing," Markel said. DC police is now allegedly investigating the case. As for Daryl Johnson, an attorney representing him in court says he allegedly turned himself in to authorities in Texas for a separate case there. Daryl had been accused of similar accusations in Texas, where he's facing several theft and fraud charges. A while back, Cola Lewis, another DC resident, said she was scammed out of nearly $30,000 while she lived and cared for her sick mother in Houston, Texas. She too stressed that if she can't get her money back from the alleged scam artist, she at least wants to warn others before they too fall victim. In the summer of 2019, Lewis was mourning the loss of her mother after she allegedly accidentally overdosed from a medical error at a Houston hospital. "I just felt like I needed vindication from my mother," she said. Lewis says that when she first met Daryl Johnson at a local grocery store at the time, she felt like the stars had aligned. "I'm just bawling. I'm overwhelmed with sadness. Just wanted someone to help us raise awareness to bring some attention to how awful my mother was treated," Lewis explained. She narrated that Daryl Johnson allegedly offered to help her file a medical malpractice lawsuit against Houston Hospital, where her mother had died, even offering to provide the services pro bono, claiming his mother had also died at the same hospital. "That free help quickly turned into huge fees," Lewis lamented. He said, "Well, I'm gonna have to at least ask you for $5,000. He said, "Do you have the $5,000 right now so we can get started today?" I said, "Okay." He said, "Follow me to the chase and I'll have my assistant send over a contract by the time we get there, and we can get started and I can get the ball rolling," Lewis recalled. Lewis says she quickly became suspicious as he continued regularly requesting for more money, with nothing to show for it. Within 9 days, $5,000 went to $28,000. He didn't do anything. Nothing, Lewis said. Lewis says she filed criminal charges against Daryl Johnson in Houston, where he is allegedly accused of aggregate theft. Although Daryl Johnson said in a statement that he's actually innocent of any and all the accusations, the prosecutor trying the case believes otherwise. He lies and deceives people. They trust him. They believe him. He becomes the person that they want to rely on, someone they want to give their money to help them with a situation or an investment, said Sheila Hansel, Assistant District Attorney for the Harris County District Attorney's Office. "I don't know if Mr. Johnson is going to ultimately stay or be in the category of being a good con artist, but the charges that are filed now allege that he is indeed a con artist," Hansel added. Hansel has also been urging anyone who may feel they are a victim of Daryl Johnson in D.C. to file a police report with their local jurisdiction, but also to reach out to the Harris County DA's office. Daryl Johnson is allegedly expected to have his next court date in Texas early November, and it will most likely be sometime next year before a plea deal is reached, or a trial takes place. Hansel says if he does go to trial, he could be facing 2 to 10 years behind bars for the 3 different charges he faces. That's all we had for you today. Please let us know in the comment section below what you think of Daryl Johnson's selfish actions and what you would like to see happen to him. We value your honest opinion. Thank you for watching LFN News, a production of LFN Media, giving you another view of issues at hand.
Tips, what's going on over there, Gub?
I told y'all everybody a robber. Sorry, y'all.
You good? What you said, Tips?
I said I told y'all everybody was around Robert just to scam his money. That's that man who lied to Robert and made Robert do that live, that interview that he did with that lady.
Yeah, her right there.
Yeah, and now he in jail.
Mm.
And now they say he did all kind of fraud, right? He owed how many people money? But look at that lady. How you give somebody $5,000 and then gave them another, I don't even know how many more thousand before the week was over, and you ain't seen no signs of work being done.
I know, right?
How do you
Shout
do
out
that?
to Cynthia. I know, right, Tips?
That's how you know you got a lot of money.
Girl, baby, he was over there robbing. He was robbing like crazy, wasn't it?
That's why I believe that Robert did get paid that $1 million for doing that show, and he took that money.
So you think that he took Rob's money?
Yes, I think him and Gail probably split it, baby.
So you thinking that Gail did pay Kills.
Yes, I do. I think they paid him, and that man, by the time he took his cup, Kels ain't had nothing left.
Mm.
Look how many people he's robbed. He's robbed like 5 people in Atlanta.
Girl, he ain't no joke, baby.
Look at the other lady. Her mama was on the dead bed. The hospital messed up on her, and you kept giving this man money that you met in a grocery store.
In the grocery store, girl.
You met him in a grocery store, and you proceeded to give this man $5,000 first.
Girl.
By the time
And then
you
he kept going.
okay, he had no results. By the time you was done, you spent another 20, 30,000.
Girl. Crook. His face looks so familiar. What streets of Georgia he be roaming to?
He was like Buckhead area.
Yeah, his face looked
He
very
looked like a
familiar.
sissy, but they said he had a whole girlfriend. But he looked like a sissy to me. You ask me, he looked like one of them thug misses.
Girl, okay, might be.
Yo, yes, he robbed them people. Can you imagine? He came out of nowhere, and when he met those people, he would tell them that he was friends with Gail. That's what his line to get those people money.
Girl.
Said he was friends with who?
Gail.
Yeah, you heard her, Gail.
Hey, shit, he
Yeah.
lied. The Gail had him at a private party after the Rkelly thing.
Yeah, that was the connect right there. That was the connect right there. Look, for the Gail interview, you know, we already had her woman O over there. Like, yeah, baby, go do it. You know, you should get, you know. And so when it went to him, yeah, that's how it happened.
Everybody know Robert.
She paid him, and he gave Chaos what he wanted to get Chaos. If he gave Chaos something.
That's what I'm telling you. Probably told him, "Oh, we paid off your Trump tower. That's what you get."
Yeah.
I'm telling you. I believe he got paid for that interview. Robert would have never did that interview without getting paid.
Facts.
He was already down on his luck. He needed the money.
Dirty bitch. I hope his ass rot in prison. They get him just what he looking for. Some dick.
Down in Texas, he will.
Some dick.
Monday. I ain't got time for y'all on this good Monday.
Yeah, baby. Give him what he looking for.
Yes, girl. Gail King. Somebody asked in the comment. Yes, Gail King.
Who that is? Oh, Misha. Shout out to Misha. Blessings. Shout out to Angela. Blessings, love. Welcome back. All righty, baby. So he's due to go back to court in November.
You know it's election time, so you know.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him and that other white man, they trying to get that other white man less years for the crimes he done did.
He trying to hurry up and get his court stuff out the way before this election.
Hey, you know, early vote October, he already missed out.
Baby, nuh-uh, girl, because guess what? Somebody, yesterday when I was at work, so when I was at work, I had just got to feed my client, right? So I heard the doorbell. No, matter of fact, they knocked on the door. So I'm like, who the hell knocking on the door? Ain't no medicine coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only time somebody come through. It's when the meds are coming. You know what I'm saying? It be, you know, the pharmacy bringing their medication or something. And I know they had already had their meds. So I'm like, who the hell is at this door? So from the knock, then it hit the doorbell. So by the time I got to the door, I opened the door. Boy, they had the audacity to have a fucking Stacey Abrams door hanger hanging on the door. So I opened the door up a little, you know, little Gino. He bagging out. And I'm like, looked at the door. I took it out the door and slung it out there in the yard. So he pulled back up. He was like, do you have any interest in voting? I said, hell to the no. Baby, ain't nobody voting for no tricksters. No politics. Okay, so anywho, enough of that. So shout out to Tessa Phillips, Canada in the house, baby. Canada. So Mr. Bass, you can go ahead on and drop the rest of that content, love.
Welcome to LFN News, a production of LFN Media, bringing you the latest in celebrity news, with specific analysis to keep you in the know of what is going on around you. Following his Chicago federal trial, the twice-convicted R&B artist Rkelly's initial appearance in Cook County Court left onlookers and many of his fans and supports uncertain about the future of the pending county trials. The hearing on Thursday lasted just about 4 minutes. Kelly, who is currently detained at the Metropolitan Correctional Center Chicago, where he is serving his 30-year New York sentence, wasn't there in person. Associate Judge Lawrence Flood warned the attorneys to start looking toward an amicable resolution of these matters or else risk going to trial. Tenny McCoy Cummings, an assistant state's attorney, stated in court that prosecutors were now ordering and analyzing the transcripts of Kelly's Chicago federal trial, which ended in mid-September. According to her, the review will assist them in submitting the proper motions in the county cases. She asked for another status hearing, which was set for November 7th. Why they would even still be interested in pressing more charges against Rkelly, one can only wonder. But one thing that is vividly clear is that whoever is behind Rkelly's constant allegation is worries, now more than ever, probably following the jury's decision in Chicago, and is looking to have Rkelly convicted on as many charges as they possibly can. The judge also told Rkelly's defense attorney Thursday that going forward he wants the R&B king physically in the courtroom for hearings, though Kelly was excused from attending the next one. Judge Lawrence Flood said he would continue to have attorneys return to court each month for hearings, and if any substantive matters are scheduled, he will require Kelly's appearance in court for them. Kelly has long been absent from status hearings in the state case, where little of note has happened, while the singer faced federal prosecutions in New York and Chicago. Judge Flood said he wanted Kelly, who is currently being held in federal custody, to attend any upcoming substantive hearings. Meanwhile, Kelly's defense attorney, Stephen Greenberg, told Judge Flood that he believes prosecutors should dismiss these inconsequential cases altogether. Greenberg months ago filed a formal request to throw out one of the county cases. Although that motion has yet to be argued, he announced in court Thursday that he intends to file yet another similar request on one of the other cases. Rkelly was convicted in Chicago federal court last month on charges including CP related to alleged tapes. He was however acquitted of the explosive allegations that made rounds in the news that he had rigged his initial Cook County trial in the 2000s, although the trial itself was rather rushed. Presiding Judge Harry pushed sentencing in that case to February next year, more than 3 months away. Kelly had already been unfairly sentenced to a hefty 30 years in a separate case, after a jury in New York found him unfairly guilty of racketeering conspiracy charges alleging his musical career doubled as a criminal enterprise, aimed at allegedly satisfying his personal desires. Although Rkelly has already publicly announced a pending appeal of the New York verdict through his defense attorney, Jennifer Bonjean, that has been praised for putting on an exceptional performance in Chicago, that saw Rkelly win on more than half of the counts charged against him in the indictment, we still await the actual commencement of the appeal. In July this year, Rkelly, through his attorney Bonjean, went on to formally inform a New York court that he intends to appeal his conviction on racketeering charges. Defense attorney Jennifer Bonjean filed an official notice of appeal, which did not say on what grounds Kelly intended to challenge the verdict and subsequent 30-year prison sentence. Although the Cook County charges were filed before either federal case, the federal charges soon overshadowed the county cases, which were largely put on hold. In 4 separate indictments, county prosecutors alleged Kelly abused 4 people, 3 of whom were allegedly underage girls at the time. Meanwhile, Kelly is fighting on at least 3 other fronts, where prosecutors and civil attorneys are going after his money fast. There is an ongoing theory that prosecution is rather worries that the New York sentence won't hold for long thanks to the impending appeal, and maybe they deemed it wise to follow though with all the money issues ahead of time, lest the whole verdict faces reveal in an appeal. Last month, U.S. District Judge Ann Donnelly in New York ruled that Kelly must pay one of the alleged abuse victims in his New York racketeering conviction, Jane, about $300,000 in restitution, supposedly to cover herpes treatments and projected costs of her said ongoing psychological therapy. Donnelly ruled that another alleged victim, who testified against Kelly in that 2021 trial, Stephanie, should also be compensated by Kelly for her herpes and psychological treatment, but the judge has yet to determine an amount after actual calculations are allegedly done. The restitution to Jane and Stephanie will come on top of about $140,000 in fines and other assessments Rkelly already owes in that case. Wherever the government, which substantially killed the man's career and reputation, evidently clogging his main, and probably only revenue streams, thinks he is going to find the money to pay out restitutions is an unpleasant puzzle that is hard to get around. To help pay for some of it, Judge Donnelly, in August ordered nearly $30,000 in Kelly's prison commissary account, be seized and placed in an interest-bearing account controlled by the U.S. District Court clerk. One of Kelly's top attorneys, Jennifer Bonjean, is actually appealing that order. Also in his Chicago federal case, prosecutors have indicated they will be seeking forfeiture of up to $1.5 million from Kelly, when he is sentenced by U.S. District Judge Harry Leinenweber in February. Following his Chicago conviction on CP charges last month, it is alleged that a $4 million default judgment had been entered against the singer in a lawsuit filed by a woman, alleging Kelly had abused her beginning when she was 16. Kelly is equally appealing the judge's ruling in that case through his lawyers. But just this week, a woman, who is also the alleged victim, supposedly at the center of one of the Cook County indictments, filed yet another lawsuit against Kelly, claiming he sold the rights to his compositions and lyrics to a childhood friend, in an attempt to avoid paying the judgment. The suit also alleges R. Kelly gave away his 3 Grammys as part of the scheme. Well, to assume that a Grammy actually holds any financial value, that it could actually be given away as part of a scheme to avoid payment is simply bad legal advice. Clearly, this woman's counsel knows nothing of how Grammys operate. They should have at the very least known that musicians, singers and songwriters don't make a single dollar for winning a Grammy. The Grammy Gramophone Trophy itself is said to cost an estimated $13 to manufacture. And stars can't even sell a Grammy to make money off it, although some musicians have sold Grammys for money in the far past.
$13.
Well, money talk aside, R. Kelly's legal team is definitely going to push their best to have the charges dropped, and although prosecutors said they were not ready to make a decision about whether they would continue with their prosecution, we wait on their decision come November 7th, in yet another status hearing. That's all we had for you today. Please let us know in the comment section below if you honestly feel prosecutors should actually drop these charges against R. Kelly. We value your honest opinion. Thank you for watching LFN News, a production of LFN Media, giving you another view of issues at hand.
Baby, this broad trying to keep getting paid, ain't she, Tip?
And she still ain't gonna get $1.
I know, right? Why she keep on going with nowhere else? Like, what she got going on? Girl, listen, I'm sick of her. This about the 3rd time, ain't it? 3rd or 4th?
Yep, and still ain't getting no money.
Girl, even going after the look out, she be going after the damn Grammys. They ain't never $13. What she thought they get some money off
They
them?
don't care if they're worth money just to be associated with Robert name. I keep telling you this. Just the association alone is better than nothing.
What you said, Mister?
She probably thought it was worth something, man. Till she find out it ain't nothing but a regular trophy.
So you trying to tell me her lawyer didn't tell her that wasn't worth money before she got the lawyer to file paperwork in court?
Yeah, he told her she probably can sell it to someone by it being having R. Kelly's name on it or some shit, you know.
Yeah, she gonna sell it on the black market.
You know, I mean, if she did get it, it's got the serial number on it, from the original. You know what I mean? That's the only way, but I mean, it still ain't gonna hold value though. It ain't gonna.
I know, right? $13, and if it's like $13, shit, by the time they offer to give somebody, what they about $3-4?
Yeah, they crazy, money hungry.
She could probably find someone that might, collect shit like that. That might give her a few hundred, but she thinking she gonna get thousands. Or something.
She delusional, baby. This about her 3rd, 4th time, Mister. Baby, the girl keep going for it. Anything she throwing, she like somebody else we know. She throwing whatever to make it stick.
Trying to make it stick.
Yeah, that she think will stick.
It's gonna be just like that thing you throw against the wall that's with the stick and kind of be falling off. That's what she.
buddy.
Look, Cynthia said, burn that witch to the stake. Oh my Lord. Yes, baby. Do something with her. Throw that look, throw her off in the whole pot, baby, and stir with that damn broom. All righty now.
Alakazam, Alazoo. Yes.
Oh no. Okay, Mr. Bass, go on, run
Your
it.
boy over there, man. Your boy over there, man, with that predator look.
Who over there with the predator?
The one we were just talking about just before him, man. The nigga that got the charges here in Texas.
Yeah.
You talking about that one with the receiving dreads?
Yeah. Predator.
But who? Somebody what came in here that recorded us?
Oh no! I was just thinking about old boy over there, man. You know, he was trying to get his. Well, he hurried up and got him some money because he knew he was going to jail.
Yeah, she talking about the dude with the dreads. He talking about the dude with the dreads.
Yeah.
He got charges everywhere: Texas, Georgia.
Damn, that bitch. He gonna be bouncing like crazy, baby. He gonna be bouncing. He gonna be from one facility to another. Who's to say he probably wanted to get them charges, girl? He go down there with them hard.
I don't think so. I think he thought he got away with that.
Girl, Tip, that man trying to go down there with them hard legs. Girl, stop playing.
He could come to Atlanta for that.
Through the dog a bone.
Don't spread that germs through the phone, boss lady.
You are welcome to yet another episode of HN What to Say, the #1 listening show where we discuss real important issues with real people like you. We are still featuring Rkelly. Real name, Robert Sylvester Kelly. Also known as the R&B King. I am sure you all know how much many young people do idolize famous artists with money and fancy lifestyles like they did Michael Jackson, Rkelly, Whitney Houston, and many more. Why would a child who has a dream of becoming a successful musician not admire a life that is filled with money, women and flashy cars and everything else a kid would ever dream of? Not many would turn down an opportunity that is well packaged to look as though it can provide the long-awaited financial freedom, especially when they are also guaranteed the unlimited access to women, and fame as a bonus. Present such an opportunity, and the young lads will be flexing for it. However, little do these ambitious young stars know that these record labels are not necessarily what they claim to be. The reality being that they are simply illusions of opportunity intended to trap talented persons and exploit them to the core. It turns out the stories we hear about record labels ain't very far from the truth. It's true these companies do manipulate young stars a great deal, and even often profit off death of artists. While almost everyone has heard a rumor about this, no one seems to listen, and it will probably take someone uncovering the truth like I am doing today. So if you are an upcoming artist with big dreams, or a parent to a young boy or girl who wishes to join the music industry, please lend me your attention and listen to what I have to say. The first trap the record label will use to net young artists is to advance them money. If they find out there is a new talented artist on the block, they will sign you and pay you in advance in millions of dollars. It's never easy for anyone to refuse this kind of money, especially when they think they will not have to pay this money back. But before they know it, they have signed away the rights to anything they do. Whether it is the music they produce, the cloth brands they wear, who they can do music with, and even the things they can or cannot talk about. It's even worse when they get you to sign what is called a 360 degrees to mean an all-round contract. When an artist signs this, the record label has the rights to collect funds from anything musical the artist does, whether it's a music show or simple event like a birthday party you are called to sing at. There will always be a representative of your music label present to collect the bounty and pay you peanuts. If the label favors you so much, they will leave you with only 8 to 10% of the money you make. Some artists have signed for as low as 4%. Sounds almost like the bogus oil deal Africa's Equatorial Guinea president signed with the companies drilling it, at the expense of the poor population with almost no road to walk on. Once the artist has signed this contract, they are given millions of dollars. But because the record company controls almost everything about you, they even determine which studios will produce your music, and all this is paid for from your own money. As they make these payments on your behalf, your debt with the record company begins to accumulate. By the time your album is out and ready to hit the market, you are swamped in debt, and almost all the returns will go to the record label, first to clear your expenses, and then to pay off the company dividends according to your agreement. And then you need to make the second album to pay off the record label. And then the third. By the time the artist realizes they signed their ticket to everlasting debt, they are getting older and out of relevance. At this point, the record label does not really need you anymore. You have made them a lot of money and spent everything that you had, and you are better off dead to the label than alive. Because when you die, the record label gets to keep your entire music catalog and use it to make more and more money and to promote themselves to new entrants. Some very ambitious record labels such as Sony do go as far as keeping a life insurance on their artists. And with this kind of arrangement, the artist is better off dead than alive to them. Because your death does bring even more money to the table than your old age continued existence. Now, the problem is when it comes to great artists, who even after paying all the millions of dollars to the record labels will still save off enough to be worth a couple of hundreds of millions of dollars. This was characteristic of great artists such as Michael Jackson and now Rkelly. To the record label, this creates a very big problem because such artists are usually hard to control. Rkelly, for example, went as far as making his own songs outside the record label, and this was in a way bending the rules of the business. For such hard to control artists, the record labels will prepare them for a fall. Remember, they know these artists well enough to understand their weaknesses, and so they will trap you. If your weakness is women, for example, they will make sure you have a full-time supply. They will even go as far as hiring people who will come to you like they care about you just to make you stumble. And once you fall into their trap, they've got you. At this point, their target is to serve you with endless lawsuits to make sure that you lose your crown and spend off all the millions you are left with. And if you are not lucky, you can end up losing everything, including your life. Remember, you are better off dead to them than alive. It's not a coincidence that Michael Jackson was right in the middle of his rift with Sony when his doctor remembered to inject him with a lethal dose. And how convenient it should have been for Sony to pay off his children with a $500 million compensation in exchange for his shares with the record giant. For a person who claimed to have owned half of Sony to be waived off with only $500 million. That surely was a rip-off. No wonder Michael was dealing with endless lawsuits when his doctor made the fateful decision. And now their new problem is Rkelly. For the record, Sony has already won the biggest battle against the R&B singer, and that is making him broke with lawsuit after lawsuit. It's obvious that there are many artists out there who are living lives similar to Rkelly's. Why aren't they in the same trouble as Rkelly is going through? Why is the government suddenly interested in Rkelly's case more than any other person's? An example is Jay-Z, who cannot be touched at this point in time. If they decide to take Jay-Z down, they will have to subject him to a decade of blackmail and make sure he loses all his money first. And thereafter the takedown can begin. In the end, Sony will get to keep Rkelly's music catalog, and will pay off his family with a few $1 million, game over. And if anything happens to Rkelly in prison, it will be worth an investigation by the FBI into Sony's possible involvement. So if you are a young ambitious musician looking to make it on a global scene, be careful while you choose which record label you want to be attached to. While some labels have slowly turned into loan sharks, others are out there to serve and help the artists they sign succeed. That is all we had for you today on HN What's Your Say? To keep updated whenever we post a new video, subscribe to this channel now. Also remember to hit the bell icon and enable notifications. And feel free to share your opinions with us in the comment section below, and let us know if you would like us to publish your views in our next release.
The record label still out here scamming people. I see.
That's facts, Chip.
Because I
That's
don't
facts.
see how they giving out 2%.
Hey, that 360 contract ain't nothing but a slave contract.
I bet. Who want to spend 365 with somebody?
Man, until they get them wrapped up, the 3 album deal, and then a lot of times they'll sit on them, won't even release the stuff.
Just to keep you in prison, huh?
Yep, that's a fact.
Yep. So I hope when Robert's done with this, since they dropped him off the label, he can come back as an independent artist with only maybe a distribution deal and keep a lot of his own money.
Yeah, that's what he was in the process of doing. That's why they doing them like they're doing them. They want to make sure they get as much out of them as they can.
Because I don't see how y'all doing the $400,000 to give to somebody if y'all say Rkelly broke.
Right. Yeah. And
How are you doing 400,000 restitution, Mr. Bass? That's crazy.
yeah, this whole case is crazy, man. You know, like I told you, they had me with that surviving Rkelly, and then you know, when you dropped through and was telling us about lady that had that 500-page document.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we started looking into that, and well, just looking at this case alone, anybody with any common sense will know that was a bunch of bull crap.
It's just sad to see our black people be down for whatever. Cancel him. Mute Rkelly. What are y'all talking about?
Yeah, they just got carried. They got carried away with all that mess with that Me Too and all that.
They got carried away, and they was only carried away about Aaliyah. That's all they cared about was Aaliyah.
Mm-hmm. Well, and she was groomed for what she did.
Yeah, I think they sold her from the beginning of her time to begin with. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, that's
Anybody
a
I talk to that's for Rkelly going to jail, the only thing that could be but what about Aaliyah?
Mm-hmm.
And Aaliyah can't be true because if her parents are alive and not fighting for her.
Yeah, something ain't right with that too. Wow.
About Aaliyah, I would hope that the parents, you know what I'm saying, would be right now fighting for their child.
Well, I know one thing. If I was an up and coming artist with a lot of potential, I wouldn't mess with Sony nor Warner Brothers. They the ones that got Prince.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna have to look into Columbia, see what's up with that.
Yeah, because they all a scam. It's bad. It's
Mm-hmm.
bad people.
Yeah, that's and then when the artist found a way to get around them with the underground and everything, and with the streaming, and now they're coming in and figured out how to take that over.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand what is going on. And how can these deals be legal and legit for people to be putting other people on?
And folks, they need to
Because
make
my
sure.
thing is they be saying they got lawyers, they got rapper attorneys.
Yeah,
So
but I
those
mean,
people just let you stand there.
but you gotta look at them contracts though.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
Man, them contracts, man, sometimes, man, it looks all good, even to the lawyers. The lawyers looking at the fact that, man, okay, they Gary distribute this money. So, man, he's going to have to kick me out for being his lawyer. So, man, that lawyer is going to get paid off the top, especially if they get an advancement up front. So, man, he going to want to retain that lawyer, or she want to retain that lawyer. So, yeah, they're going to pay their lawyer. So, the lawyer going to get their money off the top. But, when some of them don't understand, it just depends on, the lawyer is what they're going to have to pay back. I mean,
9 times out of 10, the record company sending them to a lawyer that's really working for the record company.
Right. So if you don't have an entertainment lawyer, which is hard to find, because a lot of them ain't gonna deal with you unless they know you for sure got a deal going. Most of them are tied in. Most of them are tied in. So yeah, they just jump right on it. You know? So man, I mean, shit, these people, man, they, man, yeah, I'm gonna give you $1 million. Well, that million, they ain't realizing $1 million is for studio time, what they call it, your look before you look, I mean, that money, that old advancement goes into a whole lot of stuff, and by the time they done, man, they left with a little bit of change. So
Yeah, told y'all they don't have, and then they be passing out their ass loans. Like the industry has a person everywhere, from the jewelry store to the houses to the cars. They go to getting all that shit, but I think it's set up to have them to get it, so they won't have to give them that.
right,
It's just my opinions.
Hey, Mister makes sense. I guess the lawyer in on it too, huh? Damn.
because a lot of them put them in there. A lot of them set them up with attorneys. You got to have an entertainment lawyer that understands those contracts.
Mm-hmm.
You can go get a regular old, what you gonna get, a criminal defense lawyer, but they
You
drive.
go you shit. You need a criminal defense lawyer as well. Because at the end
Well,
of the day,
yeah,
they're
you
hard. They're
definitely gonna
robbing
need
you.
one after all that mess. But what I'm saying is though, man, most of them set them up with attorneys. If they don't have the right manager that can find the right attorney, then guess what, man? They're gonna exclude that manager, and they're gonna set them up with an attorney. A lot of them talking about, oh man, I'm gonna take this and let my lawyer look at it. Well, your lawyer don't quite understand it because his job is criminal defense. He's not entertainment. So he don't deal with that. You know what I mean? So man, it's gonna be verbiage in there, man, and he ain't understanding.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time he figure it out, they gonna pull that deal. Like, man, you taking too long, man. We got people, we got people to see, music to make.
True.
You know, so
True.
man,
True that. It's all, yeah, like Cynthia said, the whole system is a scam. True that. True that. Tips that fell out, she'll come back in. Her phone call probably, I mean, the thing probably dropped, but she'll be back in. But yeah, you right, Cynthia. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole scam out here, a whole scam.
yeah, they definitely ruthless. You know,
Mm-hmm.
especially man, if they know you a star,
Mm-hmm.
looking at you, they're like, man, we can make some serious bread up off of this person, man. But let's see how dumb he is or she
Mm-hmm.
is.
Shout out to Neely. To now. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. To Neil or to now. Spalding Blessings. Welcome to Truth Be Told. Look at Aaliyah Uncle Barry. He got the 90 million from her death and got an insurance policy. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what they do. They have all of them be insurance policies. But however, the artists did not know and they were not aware that they can also put the label. They can put a policy on the label. And I don't think a lot of them know that. I don't think they are aware of that. Did
I
you know
don't
that
even
as
think
well,
he got
Mister?
that 90. I don't even think he got the 90. He might have got it, and I don't think it touched his hand. I believe that was money that had to be paid back, and he wanted to get these people paid off so he can continue to make money. Now, he might have got a little bit of that 90, but I think he owed money. I think
Yeah,
he
because
owed money, man. 'Cause, I mean,
he was
look, the
in
record
debt.
label ain't even popping no more.
He was in
Where the
debt.
record label at? Where the record label at? Yeah. His record label ain't even, it's defunct. So man,
Hmm.
all that money he got to start it, and man, to get Aaliyah going and all that, that was money owed. His ass got what they call it. He got the what they do to the artist. What we say they do to the artist at the beginning? Advancement. He got an advancement that he had to pay back. He ain't no different. That's why he over there scheming and doing everything that he can, man. Shit, sacrificing and all that. So, man,
Facts. He got a one over there, y'all. He got a one over there. I have yet to when I stumble across that video of his new artist and all of that, man, listen, he have yet to put her out here. So
He can't put her out.
baby, he still, baby, she can never be a Aaliyah. She like a little Mexican mixed with some
I don't know why anybody would want to be a Aaliyah.
girl.
Shit, man, a lot of people don't understand the story behind that. You
She
know,
barely lived a good life. She was here for 0.5
yeah, but I mean, but you can't tell that to these kids that want to be stars.
girl, be a
They ain't
Aaliyah. I would be
hearing, they
like,
ain't
don't
hearing
jinx
that.
me with that shit. That's what I would tell you. Don't jinx me with that, nigga.
But man, but listen, we old enough and we understand. But man, back then, did we understand?
Nope, we
Ain't
didn't
no,
know
ain't no
then.
back then.
Nah,
2021. They still,
did you
We didn't
understand
know
back then?
then like we know now, Tip.
we did
Exactly.
not. But I'm saying when it comes to those little girls that are following R. Kelly to be the next Aaliyah, so in 2022 they don't see that that's not the road to go.
Man,
Girl, they even made him
what?
that made him
Come on,
worse.
man.
Shit.
Man,
Okay,
look,
so
man,
shout out to
they
Ellie Spalding again. She said allegedly. Yes, allegedly. He got her. Yes, yes, Tennille. Yes, allegedly. We're gonna say allegedly, but we know what to do.
We're gonna say allegedly. All right, Tasha K.
We're gonna say allegedly because it is allegedly. Also, what we speak over here, truth be told, is for educational and entertainment purpose and use only. Okay, according to Section 107 in the 1976. Um, Everything over here we say is allegedly, but y'all can continue.
nah,
Allegedly.
yeah, okay, yeah, allegedly. But I
Allegedly,
mean, look, a lot of
it's
these
our
young,
opinion. I know it's mine.
right? Well, my opinion is on this. A lot of them, man, know the game. They know the fuckery in the industry, and yet they like, man, that ain't gonna happen to me. That ain't gonna happen to me. Everybody
Shit.
got a different perspective of what they getting, man. You know, they telling all kind of stories to convince this person, man, or that person, man, to sign the dotted line.
And the managers and the promoters be with the fuckery.
Not to
Exactly.
knock y'all off, but y'all saw that thing today with what's her name? Oh my god, from Love and Hip Hop, from Atlanta Housewives. What her name?
Yes, honey,
Nene Leaks.
girl.
You
We gonna
think
talk
Nene?
about a girl with her son, girl, and
Girl,
he
you think
23.
Nene trying to
Baby,
take out
he
her?
23 years old over there, girl, baby. Nene trying to get that spotlight again, girl. But hey, we gonna see.
Yes. Okay, girl.
Girl, I seen the two girls. Soon I seen it, and I'm like, whoa, 23 years old. And I ain't gonna
Girl,
listen,
that's why
y'all.
I said let me find out Nene been blackballed from E and everywhere else. Now she giving out her goddamn son. I understand Greg. Greg was already old. We can get, see you, Greg. See you,
But
baby.
damn, Greg ain't been gone, but what, about a year?
And now Greg's son
Oh, a
is the
couple
one
years.
having a heart attack. Not even the son she had before Greg. But Greg's son, girl.
Yes, baby. The baby boy, 23 years old, girl, allegedly. So I heard the whole rant she gave out. She was like, they said, about him being 23 years old. Maybe it was something that was there that, she never got taken care of or him checked out on. You know what I'm saying? Because like Blue can build up around his heart, however he eat, like you don't know. So why she had to give a whole rundown? Did he get that? Yeah.
But you in the streets with the African.
In the street with the African, I thought that was Porsche.
She got an
Baby,
African too, baby. We moving around the city.
baby, they better listen. All of them getting Africans, I heard.
Man,
We
Baby
come
moving,
from
on.
baby. We moving
what the
around
one
the
name?
city, baby. We moving around the city.
What the one name is, girl? I don't know them peoples because I don't watch that shit. But they
I
said,
forgot his name, but he was supposed to be married and Nene messing with him, girl.
girl, they said, all of them over there getting them Africans, baby. They better know what to do. Get with them Africans
His
married.
wife is even suing Nene. What's wrong with y'all?
Baby, get with them Africans, marry them, honey, make them take care of you, honey. And you know what they do, girl. I had the opportunity to, girl. Come on now, girl.
Them Africans
Hey,
is
that's a
moving.
come up.
Them Africans moving around the city of Atlanta.
Girl, they better slide. They better slide, girl.
Y'all see Portia, old man. Y'all better not play around and get a little gut.
Girl, I don't know. I don't look at them people, so I don't know, girl. But listen, girl, baby, they better know what to do.
Portia waiting
With
for
them
him to
Africans.
croak. Portia waiting
Portia
on him
man
to
as
croak.
old as R. Kelly.
Ooh,
She over there waiting on him to croak.
they over here on them visas, girl. They probably doctors and all that there, honey. Make them legalize them, girl. That's right, girl. Get them bags, girls. Get them
What
bags.
bag? She better hope that man ain't married in Africa. Stop playing around. Stop playing around.
Girl, you know what time it
You
is,
know that
girl.
man married over there. You know he is. They got about 4,
You-
5, 6, 7 wives.
Baby, Tip know what time it is, baby. She know what to do.
They already told her that shit. That's the
Mhm.
thing. They done told her he got plenty of women, man. She like, well, shit. No, she
Baby.
He
over there,
taking
man.
care of me. He taking care of me. Mind your business.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. And that's what she ain't worried about. Hey, them jawbones is
I
working
don't
just
know.
fine.
I don't know, y'all.
Her jawbone working just fine. So,
Just
you know
the
what I'm
fuck
saying?
fine. Just fine, baby. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah. So man,
And
long
I
as she
love
can do
Portia.
what he want
Had
her
her-
to do,
Portia
she
had her
gonna get
baby
paid.
daddy and her new husband hanging out. Don't play with her.
Man, Portia said, man, she got a
Period.
husband, a baby daddy on the side. I mean, no, she said she got a boyfriend, a husband on the side, and whatever, you know, allegedly.
And had the nerve to throw R. Kelly in that bullshit.
Wait a minute. Y'all said a baby daddy,
I don't know, shit. Don't get
a
me.
boyfriend, and a husband. All right now,
What
girl.
living
You
her
know
best
Portia,
life? What's
man.
wrong with y'all?
Look, you
I
know,
don't know. I don't watch this shit. I don't know y'all.
I don't
Well,
watch it
I don't
either, though,
watch
man.
her.
But
I
you
don't
know,
watch housewife shit. But I mean, they talking up on Shade Room and everything to know everybody business, girl.
yeah, they put it
But I
out
don't
there.
watch that show. I don't watch that show. But I know she took somebody's husband because the whole African community was talking about Portia. When the lady filed a
Yeah.
lawsuit against her for stealing her man.
Yeah, it was
How can
somebody
you
that was on the
do
show.
that? You file a lawsuit for stealing your man? How you can't take listen, this is what I know to be facts. How the fuck you gonna take something that wasn't yours? Evidently he wasn't yours if he was easy to take. I'm just saying.
Married
Man,
girl,
look,
I guess she want her half of the money.
Girl,
Hey,
some people
hey,
marry for
hey.
wrong reasons, girl. And
Hey, what
some
they
people be married and trying to get away, but they be stuck with the person for other reasons, honey.
they call that community.
Evidently, she not make him happy no more.
That's called
She not making him happy no more.
community booty. That's what.
I
That's
can't
what
with
we
you.
call it. Community booty. You know, on both sides of the spectrum. Community coochie,
Baby.
community dick.
And
You know what I'm
she
saying?
gonna write that whole book and put R. Kelly name in it. I'm telling you.
Shout out to BB Beauty. BB Beauty in the comment
Oh,
section.
so baby is back. What's up, baby?
Blessings to everyone. Love, blessings. Please be sure that when y'all in here, please hit that like button. It's 42 in here. Please, if it's 42 in here, y'all let it be 42 likes. Y'all hit that like button, comment, share, and sub to our channel. So when we go live, you will get the notification. But yeah, so I don't know, y'all.
She said, slap me twice and call me Susan. Yeah.
All right,
I
Miss
don't know
Kim.
what go down in Dubai with them Africans.
A lot.
I don't know, girl. I don't know. I couldn't
That's
be
where
in
the
no
money
nerves.
reside, girl. That's where the money resides. Stop playing.
I don't give a shit. I don't know. Maybe it's because I got my own bag and I know how to get a bag. I'm a mud getter. So, me personally, I don't know, Tip. Girl, they.
This is 2022.
Hey,
Somebody
you
looking
know,
for somebody.
hey, you know what dude said? Dude said, man, you see that Mercedes? You see that Mercedes outside? That means I'm the boss. You know,
It's 2022. What those girls are online pushing is somebody to buy you a Birkin. So I don't know why y'all playing and act like y'all
A
know.
Birkin, really? So
Birkin,
you
man.
mean to tell me they chasing them? Okay, so Tip, they chasing the Africans down for a Birkin bag?
Man, you better be chasing a fucking 401k or something, man. Shit, man, some retirement.
Asking me how
Baby,
to take my own money out of a 401k.
Teflon bags are my new shit. So I don't know. The girls still chasing Birkins. My Birkin's still in the box, slung on the top of the shelf.
Teflon suits. Shit, you know, with the tie to match. Damn it.
Not no damn title, man.
I said with the title match. Hell yeah.
Oh,
Man,
you said tie to match. I
yeah.
thought you said title
Look, man,
match.
hey, ain't nobody gonna, man.
I said
I
who
know.
gonna
Look, I
find
know
this
the
for a
Birkin
title?
bags, man. The Birkin bags are expensive and shit like that, though, man. But what's the resale value on them after some years? Come on, man. I'll wait.
Look,
Man,
that's
shit
you.
pop. Hey, shit pops
Don't
for a
die over
minute.
there, boss
Shit
lady
pops for a
dying. You
minute,
just
and then, man, guess what? It depreciates. It
Mr.
depreciates,
Boss
man.
Lady dying over there, and you just talking. You need to check on your favorite.
Hey, I'm checking on boss lady. I'm looking dead at her. And
I'm good, girl. Don't wish no death on me. Booyaka, booyaka, booyaka.
Not no damn death.
You say I'm dying over there.
The way you coughing, girl.
Girl, it's getting, look, it's night, girl.
Baby Beauty said, well, let hold a few.
Yeah, she said, well, let me hold a few.
They gonna still go.
I heard that.
I told you that's y'all old folks talking that crap. Old head 1 and old head 2. Them girls is going for their money, okay?
Well, let them go for it.
I mean, we already know they was going.
What they gonna do when niggas stop buying pussy? I mean,
when is niggas ever going to stop doing that?
Girl, look where they had to go. They had to go out. Hold up. American men ain't too tough paying for the punana no more, okay?
Yes, they
you
do.
got the $40 women, then fuck that up, okay? First and foremost.
But they still
look at where they gotta go. Listen,
I don't care if they buying it for $40. They still spending money on it.
Look where they got it. Girl, what the fuck is the $40? Listen to
care. They still buying it.
Look where they gotta go to get the bag, though. These motherfuckers gotta travel across country and hope they come the fuck back.
Hold on.
They taking too many risks for the bag.
She said, they still buy pussy. I said, what do you smell like? Do I smell a whore?
You know, back then, you know.
Do I smell a whore?
This is a new era. You know, back then, us cougars and MILFs, shit, we had older sugar daddies, baby. We didn't have to go through all that. He just wanted us in his presence, baby. And it was, long as you there, baby, make him feel good. Cook him something to eat, dress nice, put on be around him, honey, so he can throw you off.
Hey, look good as I look good.
What was that? The
times has changed, boo.
What was that? The 1920s? Cut it out, boss.
No, the 90s and the early 2000s. The 90s and the early 2000s.
It does not matter the nationality of the man. They still out there buying pussy.
Man, and women buying dick. What the hell you talking about, man? Let's go ahead and let's make that clear.
I don't care. She said that still had nothing to do with it.
Dick costs too. Dick costs too.
She said African men are the ones spending money and not American. That's where that came from. We ain't talk about he or she. Women out there doing it too.
What? So you figure African women ain't buying dick? Because I do got an uncle in the next room right now that's different.
What? Ask your question.
I hate with y'all.
No, he
didn't. Look. Either way it goes, man. People out here, man, paying for sex. They still doing it. You know. Bottom line. You know what I'm saying? So the woman trying to get her a bag, man. She don't care what toe she's stepping on, man. She's still trying to be in that light. So, man, that's where she got to get them knees, man. She bend over backwards, man. Get pissed on, whatever the hell, man. You know what I'm saying?
How that sound go? Keep your hands up, keep them up. Good knees. She got some good knees.
Well, obviously she do. You know, regardless of her age, she still look good. Portia look good. And man,
how old she is?
I don't know, but I know with her on his side, it make him look even better.
All right, then.
Come on with it, man. Because man, over here she's a star. Now maybe over there she ain't shit. You know what I mean? But he over here, and man, as long as that she's looking good over here, he wants to look good too. So man, damn it, man, shit, man.
That what they going for in the African system,
you know? So man, shit, he like, man, I got me a badass woman right here. You see that Mercedes out there? That means I'm the boss. Shit, it don't even matter, man. The whole thing is, man, shit. It don't matter the age, man. Shit, if she can still do the thing that he want her to do, man, he gonna pay for it, man. And that's with some of these men, American men too. Shit, if they got the bread for it, man, and they got this woman over here, man, they gonna pay.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm too scared. I used to,
yeah.
have sugar daddies and make it do what it do back then. I was young. And
And there's definitely some women out here that do pay for these men.
oh yeah, I know that. That's the truth.
Shit,
Mhm.
all nationalities.
Yeah, these women paying more than these men. I'm a living witness. Baby. All righty then. On with the content, Mr. Bass, baby. BB Beauty sitting up there laughing, baby. Yeah, they crazy, baby. They crazy, baby.
You are welcome to yet another episode of HN What's Your Say? The #1 listening show, where we discuss real issues with real people like you. We are still featuring Rkelly. Real name Robert Sylvester Kelly. Also known as the R&B King. Just when we think Rkelly's legal troubles are finally coming towards an end. Just when things are beginning to look a whole lot better for the R&B King. It turns out on Wednesday, another lawsuit was filed against the talented singer, this time by a supposed victim by the names Heather Williams, who claims she did win a case against Rkelly a while back around March 2020, where the judge ordered him to pay her restitutions equivalent to $4 million, hand her his 3 Grammys, and also give her ownership rights to his song lyrics. Now this is a hell of compensation, and simply hearing this will cause anybody to ask which judge did make such an unfair ruling? All 3 Grammys, lyrics, royalties, and $4 million? That's a rip-off. According to her lawsuit, the $4 million was to come from Rkelly's song royalties, but she never got it. She also suggests that Rkelly did make sure to avoid the liability from the 2020 judgment, when he decided to give his Grammys away to one of his girlfriends for free, and also sold the rights to his lyrics at $5 million to Keith Calvert in August 2021, acts that she claims constitute fraud. Firstly, the $4 million fine sounds like fraud to me. Since when have victim restitutions for a single person amounted to so much? There is no way to justify why the court would grant that amount of money to an alleged single victim. As if that was not enough, they want his Grammys too? How ironic. Well, if they thought the Grammys would sail off for so much in an auction, the awarding body did put a caveat on them that says, no Grammy winner would be in position to sail off their trophies without making the offer to their issuing body at the price of only $1. Nothing more and nothing less. No wonder Kanye West did film himself pissing on one of his Grammys without care, footage he later posted on his Instagram for the whole world to see.
Don't talk about peeing on.
Meanwhile, what kind of judge passes such an order, for a platinum artist to surrender his precious trophies to an accuser? If I had been Kelly, I would probably shout out to the judge, over my dead body. For those who may have thought it was all a joke when news came out that Sony is after snatching away ownership of Rkelly's entire music catalog for their own selfish monetary gain, I believe we now have the answer. After learning that Rkelly may not necessarily have to die in prison, they made sure to have this woman file a fresh lawsuit as their desperate attempt at grabbing his music. Once the rights are in her hands, then Sony can offer her a few millions in exchange, and game up. Just like they did with Michael Jackson, who after he was killed, they made sure to buy his children out with as little as $500 million. Michael's shares in Sony were probably valued in several billions of dollars at that time, and the only way to negotiate a reduced price was to get him out of the picture. I have never seen a country where people's intellectual property rights can be snatched from them in this manner, like they were a communal product for anyone to use. I am yet to say that indeed in America, anything is possible. If artists had to go losing their ownership rights to every woman who makes a claim, then I guess all music would be produced by men and owned by women. I also fail to understand how all this was going on when Rkelly was awaiting trial in New York, and later in Chicago. It gives me the picture that indeed Robert was being cornered to let go of his only life possessions, and that is the music he made with his own voice and no one else's. How greedy. Another real possible reason for this new lawsuit is the fact that Judge Ann Donnelly has struggled to get a hold of funds from Rkelly to cater for the $300,000 restitution judgment she recently passed against him. She is probably citing a compensation from Sony itself, but to legally achieve this, they needed to reignite the previous 2020 lawsuit and enforce the terms which allows them to swindle his royalties. This way they can have Sony legally release funds towards their cause to further defraud the R&B king. Considering the Brooklyn court has been struggling to get Rkelly's money to the extent of draining his prison commissary account, this could be their next smart move. According to Aaron. Okay, like everyone else who has been following Rkelly's cases closely, I did know that this was always about the money. And that Sony is probably the biggest stakeholder in this. But I must admit I never could have imagined that the conspirators could deliberately come clean about this plot so easily and shamelessly like this. In case they do not know this, they are not doing a good job hiding these facts from the world anymore. For a long time, Sony has successfully hidden in plain sight, but I guess the world now knows it wasn't speculations but real facts. And if Sony wishes to know my mind, that is no way to reward a brother that has made you billions. And as for the accusers, it's probably time they found jobs and made their own money, other than lie in wait ready to take what belongs to Rkelly. According to Trisha Murphy, this is something I have been saying for a very long time. Sony Records has probably taken many artists' lives. And they are probably the ones paying all those women to speak ill about Rkelly. It's hard to imagine that after all those years coming to decades of making them lots of money, Sony instead decides to destroy their images and careers, all to dodge having to pay them the money they are owed. This is not the way anyone would expect such a corporation to act. Michael did try to let the world know this, but too little too late. He couldn't survive. And now it's happening to Rkelly. Shame on them. According to Kathy Wiggins, that's exactly what the industry does. They use and abuse the artists. They build them up, and then after a certain age they tear them down and destroy them before taking everything that belongs to them, and quickly they turn to younger ones. That's what the industry does. They're always looking to recruit the younger people, and after they make millions at a certain age, like when they enter their 50s, the industry does the same thing to them. Look, they started with Michael Jackson. He was in his 50s, then Whitney at 48, then Prince, and now Rkelly at 55. The list goes on, and if you notice they all were at the top of the chart, loved by millions and millions of people. Right now, it looks like everyone is out there to take something from Rkelly, and the court has become their enablers. If court thinks by helping a woman take $4 million easy cash out of a bogus lawsuit against a renowned artist they are helping women out there, I am here to tell them they are wrong. In a way, this will make young women to think that having affairs with successful celebrities, and later cornering them with such lawsuits is a shortcut to getting rich, and they will not be looking for decent jobs anymore. These giftly rewards are therefore doing our community a disservice. That is all we had for you today on HN What's Your Say? To keep updated whenever we post a new video, subscribe to this channel now. Also remember to hit the bell icon and enable notifications. And feel free to share your opinions with us in the comment section below, and let us know if you would like us to publish your
Shout out
views in our next
HN
release.
and shout out to LFN for the content. They be bringing it. But yeah, so I mean, they trying to just bone dry this man. Like that's what the fans sent him. Like the fans sent him all day. So they trying to have it. Well, this man don't even have a penny. They want to really destroy him.
They say, man, we want your pockets dry. They want that shit dry. It's drier than the Sahara Desert, man. They try to get everything, man. You know, man, this man must piss some people off somehow. You know. Oh yeah, I forgot. Asking for his.
We already know, Mr.
masters.
Play by their rules, baby.
Yeah, you know,
play by their rules.
Yeah, man, get that man his catalog. Shit.
Okay, that part.
You know? Man, damn, man. So anybody that come out for the catalog, yeah, they be like,
They were more dead than alive, allegedly.
You know? Shit. I wonder how they do the people that didn't really have no damn hits. You know.
She just snatched their shit and push them back out there.
Like, man, go ahead and make a couple more, man. We gonna rejuvenate your old record. See if we can make it a hit again.
As Mr. Bass would say, 360.
They come back. They come back around. Mm-mm.
Oh wow! Then they allegedly they X them out, knowing that like when they get close to giving them their other album, that's just like Michael Jackson, right? With Michael Jackson, he had to give him one more album. He said he had already had about 50 of them. He just always right. And he said, why not just go in there and just grab him some and throw it to him?
He said, I make 100. What he say? I record 150 songs each album.
Each album. Yes. He
So
said,
that way he said, man, just pick a song, damn it.
Yes, exactly.
I just throw an album together for him.
Yeah.
You know,
And so
I already own half of them any damn way.
Exactly. And see, look what happened. They sit their goddamn doctor in, and then to be honest, I don't think a lot of people know that the doctor who actually went and did a year or two or whatever for it, he was not even a doctor that had to gave the TKO. Okay, allegedly. But let's go, Mr. Bass.
You are welcome to yet another episode of HN What's Your Say? The #1 listening show where we discuss real issues with real people like you. We are still featuring Rkelly. Real name, Robert Sylvester Kelly. Also known as the R&B King. The Brooklyn District Trial Judge Ann Donnelly did declare Rkelly an abuser and kidnapper who trafficked minors when she determined him guilty, even though there was no real proof that these devious women who declared themselves survivors of the R&B King in a Lifetime documentary had been underage when they indulged with him. Until now, the world still doesn't understand how the New York court was able to determine the ages at which Rkelly and his accusers started indulging with each other, considering they were not there in person to witness. There is a video that the prosecution along with their supporter Gayle King attempt to describe, where Rkelly is reported to have been harsh to Azriel, and guess what? This still doesn't address the age issue. Just how Judge Ann Donnelly together with her team of jurors were able to determine this, I still can't comprehend. The only way to prove that Rkelly did get involved with a minor would be to have an original timestamped video that shows him and the alleged survivor in action, and a comparison made of the timestamp with the alleged victim's date of birth as printed on her birth certificate. Plus the video must be authenticated by an independent video forensic team who should declare it original. But the idea that court chose to take the accuser's word against the defendants just doesn't add up. One may ask, why did the court chose to believe the women and not the man? There are just so many charges where the New York court chose to use speculation as a method of arriving at justice. This is not acceptable by law. There has to be conclusive evidence for court to convict someone. When it comes to trafficking, same story. Even if there was proof that Rkelly did travel with a minor across stateliness, there has to be conclusive evidence that while in the other state, they did get involved, and not just involved in indecent behavior. In other words, the two actions must coincide, and evidence to both must be conclusive. In Rkelly's New York case, however, the court chose to believe the supposed victim's claims, and attempted to end a man's life and career based on such meaningless rhetoric. While the New York federal judge together with her prosecution counterparts managed to brand Rkelly the abuser, the kidnapper and the trafficker, some scenes that appear online do not represent their descriptions of a very dangerous man, who they claim abused and forced women to stay with him as true. When the same said survivors featured in the Surviving Rkelly docuseries, they attempted to make the world believe that they had been repetitively abused by the R&B King, who they allege held them hostage at one of his Atlanta mansions, and later at the Trump Towers. Interestingly though, the two Azriel and Joycelyn remained at the towers even after his arrest, perhaps hoping their good life sponsor would eventually be released, and that they would quickly spring back into the life he had given to them. When Rkelly was denied bail and there was no more money coming in is when they decided to return to their parents. They were actually evicted from the apartment. They did not leave at their own will. One may also wonder why their parents who claimed Rkelly had their daughters, and that he had denied parents access to them did not use this window when Rkelly was in jail, to storm the apartment with the police and rescue their own. Meanwhile, Azriel, whose parents claimed had been kidnapped by Rkelly and that they couldn't reach her, is of late said to be on the run, but this time with her parents' warrant. It looks like they no longer need her home as much anyway, now that it's not Rkelly she is on the run with. This allegation of kidnap and holding people hostage did bother not only Rkelly, but also us the onlookers who see picture and video evidence online that tells a completely different story. Indeed, these women were free to move in and out of the Rkelly mansion, and there is all kinds of evidence to prove this. Rkelly's former executive assistant Diana Copeland also did hint on the fact that people were free to leave and come in as they wished. However, because the New York judge and jury wanted to see Rkelly rot in prison, they decided to ignore his executive assistant's testimony and take the accusers in order to justify their judgment irregularities.
Ranged in ages, but none of them were underage.
So no minors?
No minors.
No one under 18?
No one under 18. In fact, when this case came up, I'm reading that women are locked up and, kidnapped and these things of that nature. And that's not what I'm seeing. I'm not seeing anybody that's trying to leave or any locked door.
As if judging Rkelly wrongly was not enough, they also ensured to fraudulently issue Rkelly a 30-year sentence as though he killed somebody. Just to what extent should the government and its court partners prejudice someone before the system can call it prejudice and attempt to stop it? Perhaps authorities imagine that acts of prejudice are okay and acceptable. Our prayer is that the High Court of the land is able to look beyond the surface of things and disqualifies Ann Donnelly's judgment and sentencing. I am not confident there won't be any further malpractice, considering a lot of these facts are now in the open, and well exposed for the world to understand how prejudice played out in the Rkelly case. According to Yvette Scott, we need our authorities to operate on truth based on facts and not bad actors' infrastructure, governmental systematic corruption engaging witnesses in rehearsals for immunity deals, and all packaged personal monetary gains. Government manipulation of laws to support misconduct of prosecutors and judiciary prejudice are unacceptable. In addition, mainstream journalists and all public media platforms should be held accountable for purposely spreading unprofessional gender-based reporting for public and systematic corruption in order to protect civil rights of all based on facts and not mere hearsay. According to Prince Williams, the truth is that in the United States, you are guilty until proven innocent, especially when there is a bigger organization targeting you that has liaised with government prosecutors to pin you down. I also find the multiple ages of consent from state to state quite confusing, especially when the court decides to follow one and ignore the other. It would be a good idea to streamline the ages of consent and come up with a uniform number. I cannot be told I was right under state law but wrong under federal law. Do we have two countries in one? According to Michael Rowland, it's ugly to be watching multiple videos that show people in love and free, yet the courts want us to believe that Rkelly kidnapped and held people hostage in a sort of cult at his mansion. A place which was accessed by journalists such as Hampton who claim missed the story they now want to make out of imagination. This is not proper and should call for an entire reform on how the judicial system operates. That is all we had for you today on HN What's Your Say? To keep updated whenever we post a new video, subscribe to this channel now.
So y'all seen that video with them out there on the beach? Did that look like anybody that was held hostage, or did that look held hostage or uncomfortable or just won't be freed? And that looked like it was so happy to me. They was having a damn good time. A damn good time. Okay, go on with the
They
content.
definitely was. They were having fun, girl. She was on the beach laughing, honey. So, hey.
Yeah, baby. They was happy. Good and happy. Go ahead on and run the content, Mr. Bass.
You are welcome to HN What's Your Say? The #1 listening show where we discuss real issues with real people like you. We are still featuring Rkelly. Real name Robert Sylvester Kelly. Also known as the R&B King. In normal circumstances, whenever there is a trial, we imagine it all started with an accuser who reported to the police, and that the police in turn conducted a thorough investigation to confirm the accuser's claims. And that this evidence was presented by prosecution before an independent court, whose role is to analyze this information and materials, then compare with witness testimonies from both parties to determine whether it proves beyond reasonable doubt that the defendant did commit the alleged crimes. If any of these processes is skipped or in any way abused, then we would expect the judge presiding over the trial to regard it a mistrial, and either organize another one, or dismiss the case without prejudice. When it comes to Rkelly's trial, the flow of things was rather different, and this was quite bothering for everyone that understands how legal matters are supposed to be handled. There are so many events that will show you Rkelly could never have received a fair trial. The surviving Rkelly docuseries, for example, which turned out to be a bogus defaming TV show, where non-victims such as Andrea Kelly and Sparkle were presented as survivors, and did a good job tarnishing the reputation of the R&B King, alleging abuse cases that never really happened. The good thing is that Jane's testimony during the Chicago trial helped burst their false testimony. However, this was too little too late, as the damage was already done. Another event that compromised the trial process was the illegal and inappropriate involvement of one of the lead prosecutors on this case with a principal witness, where passionate text messages were exchanged, as a result contempting the role of the government prosecution in the case. This, together with another illegal move when the prosecutor played cop and got involved in the gathering of evidence from a renowned anti-Kelly journalist Jim DeRogatis, using a disposable email that was later automatically deleted. Also important to note, the court was not as independent as should be. Rkelly walked into the New York court already predetermined guilty, and not innocent to be proven guilty as should be. This is the reason he was technically denied bail for a whole 3 years. Who keeps a suspect inside for 3 years unless their mind is made up that the person is guilty? Even attempted murder and second-degree murder suspects will no longer be detained in certain states according to the recent revisions of anti-crime operations. But this one man, Rkelly, who is being accused by individuals who on record have lied to the court under oath before, was detained for almost 3 years without trial. I have never seen prejudice in its making like in this particular case against the R&B King. All these wrong moves made by the government to try and predetermine Rkelly's fate was completely wrong. But what capped it all was the call out for accusers to come forward, which publicly made by the government prosecutor back in 2019. Who knows, maybe the purpose of the 3-year detention was to enable them freely recruit witnesses to speak against the R&B King.
In January, following the uproar sparked by the Lifetime docuseries Surviving Rkelly, Carter responded to a plea by the current Cook County State Attorney Kimberly Fox for victims to call her office.
We need actual witnesses and victims to have the courage to tell their story.
She literally did ask people to come and get recruited for the job of taking down the R&B King like there was a reward attached to it. Well, to me, it sounded like there was a reward indeed. Since when has the government had to advertise for witnesses to come forward and accuse a suspect? No wonder Judge Donnelly is now rushing their restitutions of $300,000 as compensation for their role play. It's now payback time. It is so absurd to learn that the government, together with what was supposed to be an independent court, could conduct business like this. How are we to trust them ever again, knowing that when we turn suspects, which anybody is capable of becoming, especially when your skin color looks like Rkelly's, the government will be running public campaigns to advertise so that people can come into the courtroom and speak all kinds of bad things about you? I think what they were left to do next was to run a commercial advert in the newspapers, just in case they were short of a witness. I had never imagined that the very government we serve could be at the center of running mudslinging campaigns against its own citizens who pay tax to ensure its existence. We are not saying Rkelly shouldn't have been tried, but an unfair trial is 10 times worse than a conviction without trial. He was better off convicted without trial than to be subjected to such a boggy process that made him feel prejudiced to the core. According to Benjamin Opuz, I find it quite naive of everyone not to see how much fabrication has taken place for this case to even go to trial. Even after Kelly lost the New York case, I know for sure whoever was behind it did a good job to send an innocent man to prison. This, however, does not seal Rkelly's fate. Considering he performed quite well when it came to the Chicago trial, Rkelly is now in a better position to pursue his appeal for the New York case. His character has been greatly untarnished, and considering he wasn't guilty of obstruction of justice, his lawyers could argue out that the 2008 trial should have stood, and that the retrial was not only prejudicial, but an act of double jeopardy against their client. According to Good Life 24, it's no surprise that the government would advertise for more and more accusers to come on board. If someone was really offended by Rkelly, why would it take an advert of this nature for them to show up? They treated this man like he was guilty even before he received the wrongful conviction. Rkelly was held in detention for approximately 3 years as an innocent man considering he was not tried yet. Remember, he was arrested way back in 2019. They could have granted him bail or placed him on house arrest and had him wear an ankle monitor if they were afraid he was a flight risk like they suggest. The United States is not a backward country out there that lacks the technology to ensure a suspect does not leave the country. His rights were definitely violated, and this was so wrong. According to Spontaneous Girl, I find it hard to believe that any of these women were chained up and held against their will like they suggest, and yet there is testimony that they were able to go shopping and make calls with their phones. If they were being held hostage like they suggest, this wouldn't have happened. The entire process was fraudulent and only intended to corner the R&B king, and to make him look guilty yet an innocent man. That is all we had for you today on HN What's Your Say? To keep updated whenever we post a new video, subscribe to this channel now. Also remember to hit the bell icon and enable notifications. And feel free to share your opinions with us in the comment section below, and let us know if you would like us to publish your views in our next release.
Baby, 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 baby. Tips, talk to me. Mister, well, y'all, it's just me. Mr. probably dipped out, had to do something. Okay, so yeah. So this is so pathetic and pitiful. So what they did was, hold on, y'all, checking back chat. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so this is so pitiful, but we already knew that. They let this man sit in prison for all them years till they finally set up here to even give him a trial, a put together trial that they put together. Right, Tip? They put together a damn trial. Yeah. They framed this man. They made him sit in there till when they felt like they wanted to try him. Yep. And then, what's up, my boy J Rock?
And then commuted, and then not even that, they went out there commuting people to come and say they was victims. That was
girl, with the 1-800 number and shit, girl.
I'm telling you, that girl Kim gonna have her day. Her day gonna come, and we gonna see it in the public eye. Don't worry.
Yes, I'm talking about all passing out 1-800 numbers. So that's what I'm saying. Like, how you gonna be sitting up there to myself? If anybody been victimized and et cetera, please call this number and all this. Like, baby, they was you know what they was doing. Them hoes was they was scouting crisis actors, girl.
That's what they were doing.
Yes, they were scouting crisis actors, Tip.
That's what they were doing. That shit's so sad. Like, y'all kept that man in jail for what?
For nothing.
3 years, and I see y'all giving murderers bonds and shit like that, as long as they have an ankle bracelet on.
Absolutely. Girl, listen, you could take a life, girl, and pay you about $5,000 to $10,000 and be right back out. And then they don't rush you to go to court. Like it's crazy.
And it take forever, honey. All of a sudden, Robert won't be coming up next day. I have people who still waiting on court and ain't went to court yet.
I know, right?
But yeah, here we are. Robert go to court the next 2 months. Like, get out of here. Went from Chicago to New York to Chicago overnight. It didn't take a couple of months. He was back there. Like, that's crazy.
But it's good that they're gonna let him just go and finish it out in well, hell, he ain't gonna finish shit out. Hush, boss lady. But it's good that they just let him stay on over there in Chicago. That'll be his best bet. That'll really be his best bet. Cause I don't trust New York. And this ain't fucking allegedly. And I got family that live there. But however, I don't trust the system in New York. Period. When that where Epstein was when he allegedly hung himself.
Was it New York?
Yep, feet was hanging not even an inch off the floor. Come on now. Who they think they fooling, girl?
They fooled somebody. He ain't go to trial.
Baby.
I'm telling you, the way they are Kelly is harder than they even was that lady. You don't hear about that lady at all.
But then, what you think? You think Judge AD got paid, girl? You think Sony them paid AD?
I think so. To get it over with, especially the one in Chicago, why he kept talking about especially Chicago with that. I'm in a rush. We need the courtroom. What more? Don't overbook court cases if you ain't got enough rooms.
Oh, you know we need to do too. We need to check in tomorrow, girl. Check in tomorrow, girl, and see has there been any motherfucking courts going on in that room, in the trial or anything going on in that courtroom, girl.
Cause they rush that shit like.
Yeah, that's what we gonna do tomorrow.
Life on the line, and they go to a 3-week trial, and it's over.
Yeah, that's what we gonna do tomorrow, girl. We gonna check and see if that motherfucking courtroom has been. Yes, that's what's on the agenda tomorrow. Booyaka, booyaka, booyaka. Yeah. So, all righty now, Mr. Bass, you can drop it. I bet you that courtroom ain't been used though. Tip, how much you want to be?
I don't want to bet, girl. I ain't got no money for robbery. I'm gonna leave it to the super fans, okay?
Come on, Mr. Bass.
Positive one. So
shout out to our boy Jay Rkelly.
Thank you. The next question is something negative out of your mouth. With all due respect, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Okay.
He went off on her ass, y'all. Listen to this.
No negativity. I'm just asking you questions.
Well, I know the difference between a negative question and a positive one. So if I think it's negative, I'm going to walk.
I'm not going to ask you questions.
With all due respect to all of you guys here.
I won't ask you questions that are framed in a specific way, one way or another. I'm asking,
I understand this is your job.
So let's talk about your lyrics for a moment, okay? So would you say that you have a healthy relationship with sex? Sex is mentioned frequently in your lyrics. In many of the songs, you talk about having sex with women, multiple women. Would you say that you have a healthy relationship with sex and that is reflected musically?
I would have to say this. I did not come here to get interrogated. I didn't come here for a deposition. You know what a deposition is?
I'm very aware of what a deposition is. I'm asking you about your music.
With me when
I asked about your music.
Say that this sounds sort of like a deposition.
I think it may be the accent, but no, I'm asking you specifically about your music.
I didn't even hear your accent. I only hear your English.
It's I'm
not paying attention to your accent. I'm only paying attention to the English that comes out of your mouth.
I'm asking you about your music and your lyrics.
This is a deposition. This is not about Rkelly. This is not about music. This is not about someone who works hard on his music, who has an album out. This is about trying to interrogate me, and this is about, disrespect. And I'm going to sit here.
Mr. Kelly, I don't believe I'm disrespecting. Mr. Kelly, I don't believe I'm disrespecting you. I asked you a very specific question about your lyrics.
Your intelligence, not mine.
I asked you a very specific question about your music and your lyrics.
Well, if you don't think you're disrespecting me, then that's just, like I say, the level of your intelligence, not mine.
Okay.
But I respect it.
I'm going to ask about
I respect that you have a job.
I'm going to just go to a comment.
Do you drink?
Do I drink?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you get drunk?
Yeah.
You fall all over and not know it yet?
I don't understand the line of questioning, but no.
I say exactly. But it ain't positive, is it? It has nothing to do with your job, does it?
But I'm asking you specifically about your music and your lyrics.
Well,
that has very much about your job.
My personal life, or
which has started started with all due respect. Actually, no, this is a great point. No, it is. It is. Your personal life has started to interfere with the way that people consume your lyrics.
Right,
I sent you some messages there about that.
You're here to get ratings, and I understand it. I respect that.
No,
but
so
you won't be getting them off me if you're going to interrogate.
I'm not interrogating you.
Talk about something positive.
Let's bring in one.
I'm in New York. I'm having a great time. I'm finna go visit some friends. I'm finna do some more business. I'm finna have a great time. I didn't come here for you to spoil that.
One more question. You're here to promote your album.
One more question.
I have one more question.
Yeah.
What do you say to the multiple fans? The many fans who are watching and listening that say there have been multiple accusations against you, against young women in Chicago, and they are concerned about your past, and that's impacting them from purchasing your music sales.
All. It doesn't matter who they are. If they hate me, they love me, they want to destroy me, whatever. I love them all. And I love you too.
You don't need to give me any of your love, sir.
Everybody.
You really don't need to give me your love. I just wanted to ask the question. What do you say to the... What do you say to the fans, your fans who don't want to buy your music?
I'm not going to allow you to do that, but I love you. I love my
fans. I have a video question for you from a fan.
No video questions for me because this interview is over.
Okay. Well, Mr. K, thank you very much for coming to our first. I'm not answering my questions,
thank you so much.
But thank you for being here. You don't have to comment on my appearance, sir. You can certainly leave.
Robert said, Robert read that whole. Robert said, nah, bitch, I ain't worried about your accent. I'm talking about your goddamn English.
Yes. Then she was over talking him. Then she was lying, girl, talking about her accent. And now, bitch, I heard nothing but English. I didn't hear the accent. Did you too?
Robert gave it to her.
Girl, Robert chewed that broad up, baby. I had to get somebody named Mello up out of the comment section. Stop cussing so much. Some bitch, you on the wrong panel. Excuse me, but it is what it is. You on the wrong panel be telling somebody to stop cussing, baby. We grown folks over here.
Not even that, right? The thing I don't understand about people like that, this is a whole YouTube, bitch. Click out and go somewhere else.
Go somewhere else. Go over there on the
Why would you come over on somebody else's stuff and try to tell them how to motion? I don't get it. They be strange as hell out there. Y'all some strange niggas. Even the one
shout out to Ladria Bear. Yeah, they weird out here, girl.
Even the one that came last week, shit live and shit, and showing up his boo-boo in the toilet. Like, what is wrong? Mental health is real.
Girl, listen. It ain't just mental health, girl. I told you when it comes to YouTube, we playing on the whole demonic force, girl. We on the whole demonic field, honey. That's why I say, hey, don't come for us. We in our lane. Please listen here. We are loners over here. We are in our own lane, baby. We have our, our Truth Be Told TV family, baby. They come in here and they rock. They just want the truth and the information. Don't come over here fucking with us now. Because, hey, okay.
We with the shits.
All the motherfucking shit. All the smoke, okay? And we don't just talk. Boss lady don't talk. It's a matter of fact, okay? But Tip, yes, baby, he let that hoe have it. He said, no matter of fact, this interview.
That nigga said you can tell that's how your intelligence. Whoa.
Baby, yes, I love it. He called that hoe stupid. Right there, baby.
You ignorant. That's why.
Dumb hoe. Ignorant hoe.
You ignorant. That's why you don't see you disrespecting me, baby girl. But you
yes.
Then Robert said, you drink? But boss lady, you drink?
Girl, listen, that's what I was just gonna say, Tim. We said, do you drink? You get drunk. You girl, baby. He killed me when he asked for that, baby, that part.
See, that was inappropriate for me to be asking you at your place of business.
Yes.
Oh,
Then he told her he knows she got a job to do, but you gotta get paid. So you gonna sit up here and ask me these questions. I told
these
you
stupid questions, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I probably told your producer before he brought me out here that I was answering no personal questions, and this was about music.
Facts.
I still came over here and tried to throw these little sidebars and shit, girl. Then she gonna go say, some of your supporters don't want it. Then they're not his supporters, dummy.
Exactly. And girl, did you look? He killed that hoe with kindness. Girl, Tip. Did he tell I love you too? Killed that hoe. Hey, he hit boss lady line, did baby? That's that sarcastic shit right there, Tip.
Kelly gave them the Bible, girl. That nigga said, I love everybody.
Girl,
off the ones that like me, I love the ones that hate me.
Yes.
I love all of y'all. Ain't that what the Bible said, dude? Love
love your enemies.
I enjoyed every minute of that. I got to see Robert in action, honey. I seen that a long time ago. It's been a minute since I seen that one.
Shout out to Ladrill Bell. Once again, shout out to everybody in the comment section. I ask that everybody that is in the comment section, please hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe to our channel. If you're not subscribed already, please subscribe to our channel. Also, I want to, let me do this real quick and we're going to continue with the content. Yes, Cynthia, like he's stupid. Also, shout out to Kenzo Stanton. He killed her with yes, he did. He sure did, baby. Killed her with all the kindness. Also, shout out to all the ladies. First of all, let me see. I wrote a little something. You can keep going, Tip. I'm trying to find something that I wrote. I enjoyed every minute earlier, so I'm just acknowledging the ladies.
That made I enjoyed every minute of it just now. That made my day, goddamn man.
Girl, yes, he chewed that hoe up and spit her out. Slide.
He said, I'm in New York. I'm trying to have a good time, you know.
Then she was trying to be sarcastic, girl. It was like, you're here to promote your album. Girl, baby. Fool. She fucked up on that interview. Big time, baby. Big time. I'm trying to find something I had wrote earlier in my journal. I should have put the little strap in it. But I didn't. Okay, so good, Tip. You can keep talking. Good, you quiet, boo.
Girl, Robert gave me life, honey. Is that somebody y'all said? What they say? Rkelly's what? The lexic? That don't sound like a
girl. It showed on, baby.
Girl, that man ain't sound special needs to me.
But girl, I told you they smart as hell, girl. I'm trying to tell you, Tip, they smarter than what people get them credit for.
Okay, you're trying to disrespect me.
Yeah, we gonna keep that like that, girl. Yes, and they do have a smart mouth, girl. Yes, they do.
Robert gave it to her. That was funny. I like the comeback. That was
yes, they do.
That was good for him.
Yeah.
Oh, God, Robert didn't do interviews anyway.
Nope.
So he wasn't about to play with her. Don't be playing with me. I could be in the city running the streets. What's wrong with you? And Robert said, "You're beautiful, though. Don't be looking at me. Look at her trying to sound important. You heard her trying to sound important and her she was pretty in years. Robert told her she was pretty to my son. Don't comment on my looks.
Girl, baby, she about took that to heart like he wanted to.
Right.
Nice
thing, you sweetheart. Don't do that to yourself.
Girl, she right.
Yeah, Robert gave it to her. I enjoyed that. Come on, Rob. We knew you had it in you. Chi-Town, get down. Oh God, the #1 murder capitals with the pimps and the hoes.
Okay, girl, show the pips in the house.
Robert said, I got that south side in me, don't play.
Okay, so I'm still flipping ahead with this. Okay, so anywho, back at it. Shout out to everybody in the comment section. Once again, hit that like button, comment, share, sub to our channel. If you have not already subbed, please sub to our channel so that when we go live, you will get the notification. Also, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good night to wherever you are in the world. Blessings to all. Blessings to all. So I wanted to give a shout out to the ladies because as I was checking the analytics, and the analytics tip is like pretty much like it tells us a lot about our channel. And so what it is that there are, okay, here it is. Booyah, booyah. So shout out to all the female subscribers as well as unsubscribers because the analytics show that females are the most watched for our channel. Also, shout out to the males, but however, this special shout out goes out to my ladies. It shows that the females ranging from 35 up to 64. Thank you all so much for you all's support. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you for the support. Just remember to, anytime you come in to check a live, even if the live has went off, just hit that like button. You all can leave comments. I check the comments and I do respond to you all. Like, I'm not like nobody else, y'all. I do get back with people because I be concerned about one's opinion, what they think, or what they have to say. And I do respond to everybody. I try to get everybody now, okay? So if you're not making sense, then I'm looking at it like, okay, trying to be cute, you know? And I just might say something smart back because I'm a Virgo and that's what I do. My mouth is very up and open. And so, anywho, shout out to all my ladies. Blessings to y'all ladies. Females, 35 and up, 64, and I'm so sorry because I ain't know nobody like 64 be watching our channel. I'm like, Lord, my mama about to be 60. Please, y'all don't charge it. When I be cussing and turning up, please don't charge it to my heart. But, baby, I'm just me. Okay? So, back
charge it to her goddamn heart, y'all.
No, they can't charge that to my heart because my heart is so sweet. It's so pure and sweet, girl. You know, I just cuss a lot. Shit. She's not a lady because the lady knows how to take a compliment. Girl, you better know it, Cynthia. Baby, we don't know what her was. Her was sit there to do a job, just like all of them have been. Okay, so Mr. Bass, you can continue with the content. The content that's coming up, you all, it's just pretty much like some screenshots. Free Rkelly. You can go ahead on the drop of Mr. Bass. Free Rkelly. Rkelly is an innocent man, y'all. If y'all can't see through that, I don't know what the hell. I just don't know what y'all see then. You know what I'm saying? I guess y'all just blind. Y'all blind leading the blind. So if anybody over here in this comment section or on this channel, period, or anybody even try to come to the channel to watch it and they don't see that this man is innocent and he was set up, then you just like the rest of the world. You are a part of the problem. Blind leading the blind. Okay, Bo Jean will have all these bullshit convictions against Rkelly overturned. Free Rkelly, that's a fact. He will be free through the appeal, but through the appeals. But however, it is God's timing. Defund the feds. Y'all know when they run around her hollering, defund the police. Defund the police for wetting the world full of crazy skinned people. Okay, so I really, truly indeed think the feds need to be defunded. Defund the feds. The feds have railroaded an innocent man. So if they railroaded Kels, which he is he's a celebrity. So if they railroad him and he's before our face, just think about the little Pookies and the Ray Rays and all of that they railroading on a daily basis, y'all, that don't even got money to be, you know what I'm saying, doing that. So defund the feds. Rkelly is innocent, wrongfully convicted, overturn these bullshit convictions. Facts. Okay, so Miss Cynthia said, I can tell you what it was, where she was in Imp from hell. Baby, Miss Cynthia be cutting up. So, okay, y'all, that concludes the end of our content. But however, the panel is open. If anybody would like to, Mr. Bass, may you drop the stream your link. If anybody would like to come up on the panel with us and chop it up, you all can come up to the panel. If not, that's going to conclude our live for the night. So, okay, I have another announcement to make as well. There go Jason Fish, baby. Just free Rkelly. Facts. Okay, Link 617. Shout out to Link 617. Blessings, love. Thank you so much for tuning in to Truth Be Told TV. And yes, he drug her. He didn't drag her. Oh yeah, she did say drug. Yeah, he drugged that hoe. Just that simple. Okay, you all. So I have another announcement to make. You all know that Monday through Fridays we go live. However, we go live. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 p.m. But on Thursdays, we go live at 9:30 p.m. However, Wednesday, I will be changing the time. I'm just trying to get with the time to see if it's going to be 7 p.m. that we go live. It'll be like 2 hours early. If I decide on 7 p.m., I'm going to have to get with the rest of the fam and see, if that's good timing for everyone. But we will be going live Wednesdays at 7. So also, the link is dropped in the comment section. If anybody would like to come up and chop it up with us for your opinion and just to discuss, the content that was brought forth for the night, you all are welcome to do so. Also, when you all come up, you can keep your camera off. Just long as you allow me to see you when you come up in the back, you can keep it off when you come up here. It's fine and it's well with us, baby. But anywho, so Tip, shout out to my moderator, VF. V has held it down, which, we have a great crowd. We have a blessed of a crowd. The crowd that we have is just blessed, Tip. Don't you agree, girl?
They cool.
Yeah, they on their grown folks, girl. Now, we might get a couple knuckleheads up in here every now and again that want to come and be seen like Mello. Came in here with a name such as that, Mello, tell me some stop cussing. You don't get the fuck out of here. That part. But I don't know what you said, Sil.
I don't know what's wrong with you. Stop telling these people you a Virgo, putting us out there like that.
Girl, they know what it is. If it's in this comment section, girl, they know. Don't play. Girl. My mom be like, I can't with you in your mouth. I'm like, where I get it from?
Apples don't fall far, huh?
You ain't get it from me because I don't just be just saying no anything like you just a tell person. Like you don't be studying nobody's feelings or what you mean?
I told you.
Nah, you be wanting me to lie to folks. And listen, keep on lying like they been lied to, honey. That's what I guess she be wanting. Baby, I ain't finna keep the lie going, girl, making people comfortable, feel good with these lies. You gotta tell people the truth. Shit. So soon they find out the truth later on, then guess what? They'll sit up there and look at you, but you lied to me. Nah, bitch, I told you the truth the whole time. Okay? But Tips, girl, it was a great show tonight. Great show, family. Great show. So yeah, shout out to V. Thank you so much for holding it down, V. Like I said, we have a great crowd of people, grown people. So thank you so much, Pooh, for holding it down. And it came just in time for V to lay it down. Because she has to get up and go to work, baby. But anywho, shout out to everybody in the comment section. Once again, I ask you all to hit the like button, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. Therefore, when we go live, you will get the notification. Once again, we go live from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 p.m. So Thank you all so much for tuning in. Y'all have a blessed day, night, morning, evening. Y'all be blessed, and we'll see you again on tomorrow. Thank you all so much.